agenda for the day? 2 words. Rishabh Pant. And not necessarily Rishabh Pant.
Are you running an agenda against Rishabh Pant?
No. That's our topic for discussion. Why would I run an agenda against Rishabh Pant? I like the guy.
I said, what is an agenda? You said 2 words, Rishabh Pant.
No, it's not an agenda against him. He's just the agenda of the day.
Okay.
Well, and it's not even
so
Rishabh
what are we
Pant,
discussing? Because I've had no time to look at it today. I was too busy with IPL numbers and I enjoyed...
and they're coming out of your ears at this point.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am just loving it. I enjoyed a lot looking at these numbers. What must a broadcaster be thinking? How do they bet on this? How do they make money on that? I absolutely loved it. So the last 3 days have been great fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed looking at all IPL media right numbers. We've tried to share a lot of them with our family members here on Sports Today.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it. I have done, continuing with my love for them, I've done another which I thought would be 5 minutes, but apparently I'm told it's gone on to 20 minutes. So I've done a 20-minute long video on explaining as to are these IPL broadcast numbers feasible or not? Will they make money or not for the broadcaster? And will you, the consumer, have to pay more for your digital subscription or not? Or will you have to pay more for the products or not? Because if the products are going to be spending more money on advertising, will they raise the price of their product? Those are the questions that a lot of people ask me. So those questions have been answered in the video that I've just recorded. It will be up in about half an hour from now. You can check that out. Meanwhile, the agenda, as Shane informs me, today is Rishabh Pant and his form we are looking at. So Swaraj Patil, hi to you as well. And Karan, a big shout out to you too. And we're already getting a lot of comments on Rishabh Pant. Huh?
I think he's someone who does divide a lot of opinion, especially if you're a fan of some other wicket-keeper batsman. And there's a lot of them right now in the country.
Whose fan are you?
Okay, honestly, if you have to pick from...
Who are the contenders? Tell me the contenders.
So the contenders, if you're looking at it, of course, there is Pant, who's the de facto choice of Indian team management. Then of course
the incumbent.
Yes, he's the incumbent. He's the person who'd be, I think the best bet to hold on to that position. But the fact is, I think his form has been poor. I'm a fan of the guy. But if you're looking at who else is in the fray, I mean, you have Ishan Kishan, who's done a pretty decent job so far in this series. There's a returning DK who, at whatever age he is still performing the way he is. So, I mean, I don't think that matters. And even his, his wicket keeping during the IPL and even before that been pretty top notch. There's nothing to complain there. And as a batsman, well, he needed a very big IPL to come back. He's there. He's done okay so far in this series too. So, I mean, there's that. And of course, if you're looking at, if you decide, okay, I want to take another specialist batsman, KL Rahul can be a wicket keeper. He's done that role. Sanju Samson is there.
Yeah, you've not taken Sanju's name. I saw
there we go. Sanju Samson.
Yeah.
So Sanju's another one who, by the way, I think a lot of people would be clamoring to see in that India blue.
Today, I don't know whether this comment was made now, just on the subject of Sanju Samson, because a few people pointed out as well. On the subject of Sanju Samson, today I read an article. I don't know whether it was, the comments were made today or yesterday, but it must be around sometime now. Kapil Dev spoke on Sanju Samson. He said, I'm very disappointed.
Yes, I saw that article.
He says that he has all the talent, yes, but he, like Shri is pointing out Sanju Samson. I read Kapil Dev's comment and I completely, second those comments that Kapil Paji has made, that yes, he's got all the talent. But
1-2 good performances and
there's no consistency. He's saying 1 or 2 good knocks he'll play in the IPL, after that fizzles out. So if you really need to push your case in the Indian team, you have to have consistent performances, match after match, match after match. So that's something that he's not done. Having said that, Ishan Kishan, I had my doubts about him, especially the way he was going. Suddenly he's beginning to get some run. And has he moved into the top 10 of ICC?
Yeah, I think he shot up like 50 odd places in the
T20 rankings.
Yes.
T20 rankings. So Ishan's really shot up. So
I mean, 3 good performances he's had. So
yeah, he could
kind
be
of expected.
Yeah, he could be that guy. But on the subject of Rishabh Pant, I think for the longest time, we had been saying that no, I think Rishabh will go to the T20 World Cup, and I still think he's the #1 wicket-keeper batsman. But But, and there's a big but, now time may be running out for someone like Rishabh Pant, because now runs are not coming, because that consistency is not there. He's not been consistent for a long time now. And I've said this before, that I love his style of batting. And because he bats in that style, I'll give him that leeway that fine, you bat like that, you will get out many times playing a bad shot, no problem. I will not have an objection to your shot. But out of those 10 innings, give me 3-4 match winning innings out of 10.
Yes.
Give me those. Give me 40 balls 70s, 45 balls 80s, and 50 balls 80s. Give me that.
Playing that kind of an innings, as Jos Buttler so expertly demonstrated in the IPL, it doesn't mean you have to attack every ball.
Chris
Pick
Gayle,
and choose.
Chris Gayle.
Exactly.
Chris Gayle does it. Why can't Rishabh Pant do it? I am saying that everyone goes through good form, bad form. Big supporters of Rishabh Pant, as we are often told on our platform. Many people allege that we support him blindly, but which is not the case. But I'm just saying that despite all that, he needs to realize that yes, he bats in one style, be it, but in that one style you can't be very consistent. But let's see once in a while those match winning innings, which is not coming from Rishabh Pant's bat. Having said that, yesterday his captaincy was impressive. I thought it was good. We've criticized his captaincy sometimes. He does make those bad decisions, but because he takes those risks as well, he sometimes makes good decisions as well. So there was a comment there which said that Pant has become predictable, and I think that's very interesting.
That is true, because even in like before the build up to the series was going on, the broadcasters themselves were showcasing that Pant, more often than not, ends up getting out to a ball which is short and wide of off. So because he'll go for that hev hog, that slog on the over trying to clear long on, they end up targeting him there. So he'll either spoon it up, miss it. Sometimes he'll go chasing after it, but not be convincing, because in his mind he's determined that I'm going to play that shot. So it ends up ballooning up a lot.
No, one thing even I noticed with Rishabh, by the way, it was specifically that his go-to or his aggressive shots are all to the leg side. You bowl him in that area and he'll whack you outside the boundary. Maybe bowlers, and see again, now you got so much of data, you got those data analysts, you got so many people there. They've all figured out that whatever said and done, there is that weak area which is outside the off stump, which if you bowl him, see by the way, outside the off stump is not easy for anyone, let alone Rishabh Pant, and that's why most bowlers go in that area. But you have to find a way. Rishabh sometimes does, he shuffles, he plays crazy shots like this reverse scoop of Jimmy Anderson and whatnot. He does. He can do anything.
In Test cricket, he's actually all of his these crazy shots
but
come
then why doesn't he do that in T20? Just put the bowler off the mark sometime. Let him bowl to your strength, and which is that that arc that he has towards the leg side.
I actually want to see him do that. I mean, if you note for a fact, I mean, we've figured it out. I'm pretty sure the Indian team analysts would go, you know what, they're targeting you here. So if they're targeting you short, outside, off, try a ramp. Slash hard maybe sometimes. If you get one boundary of those, suddenly the bowlers are changing plans, because right now they have only one plan: bowl short and outside off. If you don't do that, then they think, okay, maybe you'll try a slower ball, this, that.
Slower and all he picks. He doesn't have an issue. He picks the slower. Spinners also, if they try and bowl outside off, he usually uses his feet very well. And whacks them. So all that he has. I think only fast bowlers bowling outside off is that one area that they target. Maybe he has to look at it. But I think Rishabh, as we are talking, that he knows that there is this constant pressure and he's not guaranteed a spot. He may be the front runner, but he's not guaranteed a World Cup slot. And maybe that's why. And not only maybe, we've gotten to know after having spoken to a few people that that's the reason he doesn't rest. He's been asked that you see, because for all format players they usually ask, like a Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, you've seen Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, all of them do take rest on and off, because it's not easy. KL Rahul, where he's injured but sometimes also sits out. So
even someone like Hardik also, you could have made the same case, but he's had long spells with injury.
They all do, and which is needed because you got non-stop cricket. So, but Rishabh, more often than not, he's asked if he needs rest, but he chooses to play. Maybe because he knows that he has to play a few good innings. He has to stake a claim. He has to, stamp his authority and say, "This is it. This is my spot. No more questioning me. I will." I think Rishabh knows that,
Yeah.
which is why he continuously playing. Now that's a catch-22 situation. I say catch-22 because that in a way it's good that he wants to keep playing and get those, but I think it can work adversely as well, because if you're playing non-stop cricket sometime and trying too hard to prove yourself, then there is a reason why all format players are given rest, because you need some time off as well.
Burnout
Not
is
easy.
a real thing.
Burnout and staying in bio bubbles as well. Not
Especially
easy.
in the COVID era.
Yeah. So, but I don't know how. If I was Rishabh Pant, how would I look at it? Maybe I would also take the same approach, because I may think that okay, if I don't play, and
And it's not like
Dinesh Karthik
contenders. That's the thing.
if Dinesh Karthik has a great series, then maybe for the next series I'm just out of sight, out of mind. And then because you'll have Ishan if he does well as a backup opener, and both Ishan DK do well, and they're going to look at 2 wicket keepers, then I'm gone. Sometime they may not even look for 2 wicket keeper, only one, considering they may think that okay, KL is the
our backup.
yeah. So that's a very tough position to be in. I think Rishabh kind of has that inkling that the pressure is there, that there are a few contenders breathing down his neck, and so he's continuing to play, and maybe that's working against him. I don't know.
Quite possible, because I mean, see, as we were talking about burnout, bio bubbles, these things will catch up after a point.
Yeah.
We've seen the best of players take, someone like a Ben Stokes took a long break to focus on his mental health. Say that, you know what, I need to clear my head. It's not really going well. And remember, England were one of those teams who post the lockdowns and everything in 2020.
Yeah.
They had a couple of series then, but then 2021 onwards, they were relentless in terms of their schedule. So they also told the players that, look, if you want to opt out here or there, it's fine. So, maybe they need to take that approach, because with Indian cricket, I think for years now, the approach has always been relentlessly play, and it's not very healthy. It'll catch up to you after a point. Of course, another reason is that until recent times, the selectors did employ a chop and change strategy. That was another thing that could play. No. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm saying maybe he feels if he takes a break.
No, he
someone
does.
has that one.
I'm telling you, he feels like that. It's not conjecture. I'm telling you, he does feel like that. Like Pradeep KV say, I think Pant needs to start playing sensibly. I may not 100% agree with you, Pradeep, because again, sensibly as to what extent you're talking about. Of course, you need to have the basic sense to attack and defend the right situation. If that's what you mean by playing sensibly, I agree with it. But I'm saying I wouldn't want him to start playing, let's say, how KL Rahul was playing in the IPL. That sort of way, where he's taking all the responsibility and ensuring that he doesn't lose his wicket, because after that he thinks that there aren't too many people to score runs. So he bats like that. I wouldn't want Rishabh Pant to do it. And by the way, he's been guilty of doing that in the IPL sometime.
A lot.
Yeah, and he changes from his usual game of being an out and out hitter to being someone around which the innings will revolve. Maybe he has to do that again. Franchise cricket, you don't have, the entire batting lineup is not filled with match winners. So he thinks that that's the right way to go. Especially like if your match winners are only in the top 4, your openers and 3 and 4, and then he feels if I'm at 4, I get out, then maybe there's nobody. And so he bats the way he does. But is that also working? Not quite.
It didn't work for neither him nor Delhi in the IPL. So
I'd rather have him as that X-factor player who goes out, plays his shot. Maybe what he really needs to work on is those areas that get him runs. And if people have identified, you also need to evolve. If people have identified that's the area that you're going to target the bowlers have figured out not to do that. Maybe he's got all the shots in the book. Maybe certain slight adjustments that he can work on. A lot of players have done it. DK did it when he had some time off. Figured out a way how to win or get runs at that position. He was not always a finisher. He evolved. He's become a finisher. So I think
at one point used to open, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, he was. Yes, he's batted everywhere.
Exactly, he's really batted everywhere.
So Angad Kapoor says, at this moment I will pick DK and Saha as wicket keeper with Saha opening. That's very interesting. Though I know Saha has been shown the door. No KL for me, because I don't think he has it in him to raise his game on big days. 500 runs every IPL season, but no impact. Angad, okay, let me start with the KL thing, and I've said it before as well. That KL in the IPL is different to KL for India. When you will see him, and I'm saying just have some patience, when you will see KL Rahul playing, once he comes back out of injury and the full team is playing, you will see that template is already beginning to change. You're seeing this now. And that we know has been a conscious decision of this new team, which is Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma. Even though Rohit Sharma is not around, that template is continued to be followed, and it will continue to be followed going forward. You will see that once KL is batting, KL in IPL is different. KL batting for the Indian team with a lot of batting around, I think he will be a much more aggressive batsman. I think he is one of the top batsmen in the world right now. So him not being in a team
makes no sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is something that is hard to digest. So he will be there. Yeah, you could argue that you're not looking at him as a wicket keeper, sure, and maybe he doesn't wicket keep also. Maybe sometime, because we're struggling to find a balance to the team, maybe sometime if you are going to look beyond a Rishabh Pant and you say that, okay, maybe you're looking beyond a Rishabh Pant and you want a batting lineup that has Shreyas Iyer and has Sky and has Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, KL, all of them to fit in, then you might say, okay, if you're not going with Rishabh Pant because out of form, then KL as a backup option for wicketkeeper is not bad to make the balance of your team. That might not happen, is what I'm saying. There is a good chance that if you're not going with Rishabh Pant because of his form, team says clearly, because Dinesh is doing that job, you need him in the team. You say, okay, simple, then we push everyone up. And so Hardik a spot up, and then so Sky 4, Hardik 5, DK 6, and you're sorted, right?
Yeah.
And then Jadeja at 7, and so on and so forth. That may be sorted. So I think Rishabh knows that he's under pressure. Saha is an interesting call, Angad. I think Saha has been, unfairly dealt with by Indian cricket. I agree. In Test cricket also, the best wicket-keeper batsman that you had, but maybe you went with an X factor, and I agree that Rishabh Pant in Test cricket presented a proposition.
Undroppable.
Yeah, it presented a proposition that was hard to ignore. So you had to go with it, and which is what they did. And so, that is fantastic on that front. But I don't know whether you can go back to Saha now. I doubt it. How many people did Shane just count who were there?
Yeah, that's what. So no, I don't see that happening. I don't see them going back to Saha, and it would be a major, turnaround if after he's revealed that the head coach basically told him to retire, that you're now suddenly making him available for selection.
No, I don't know. The head coach didn't tell him to retire. Head coach said that, listen, it's entirely up to you, but we may not look at you anymore in Test cricket. Now, whether you want to continue playing domestic cricket
and
or just playing whatever it's your, but I think that's an honest conversation.
It's better to give you a hope.
Just drop him, and then that guy thinks, oh, I've been dropped, now I have to keep scoring a lot and then come back. And maybe they're not looking at him only. They're saying, okay, we have to go towards young keeper. That's the thing. So it's good they told him that. But no one can force anyone to retire. No one can say. They just made it very clear to him that, that. Piyush Shaw is saying, why do all journalists love Pant? I cannot speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself, and I don't think that this is a meeting that all journalists had over a round table and we all decided that, listen, hello everyone,
that's the agenda.
We all have to love. Doesn't happen. There is a reason why everyone likes him, is because what he brings. He's not my friend that we sit and have chai coffee together. He's not, right? So on that front, he's there. So we like it, and we like it, and we continue. So there's no personal love or hate. Some people may know him, like Rahul Rawat, who will just be entering. He may be good friends with Pant, and that's why he supports him. I don't know, but I don't know him. I have no personal this thing. Maybe he does, so that's why. Are you good friends with Rishabh Pant? Is he your friend?
Nobody is a friend. No,
okay. No, because Piyush Shaw just asked, why do all journalists love Pant? I said, see, all I can tell you is that we didn't have a round table meeting and we decided that, listen, everyone have to love. I said,
love Pant.
I said, it's not that he's my friend also. I like him because of what he's done in cricket for India. I keep telling you what an X factor he's been for India in Test. No other in the history of the game for India has had that kind of impact. No other wicket-keeper batsman has had as he's had. So I like him for that. T20 cricket is failed to deceive, and that's why we're questioning him. But you sometimes go on potential also, and maybe that's why people like him. But some can be friends. So I asked if Shane is a friend of Rishabh Pant.
No, it's a professional relation with we are not friends with any of the cricketers. At least I don't think that can be said.
Yeah, we may know someone. Yeah. Acquaintance is the right word.
It's a professional relation where they also know that I am a journalist, and I also know that he's a cricketer. As simple as that.
Yeah, working relation.
Yeah.
Always remember Gawa ka Gaman.
Gaba Ghamand, yes. Yes. So that I said, Test cricket is outstanding, but in T20 cricket he has to pull up his socks.
Yeah, he's flattered to do so even this format. At least.
I believe you prepared some numbers. I couldn't go to them because you have prepared some.
No, it was
data.
just that obviously it would be not logical to compare Rishabh Pant with the other wicket keeping options that India has. Because they've not played those number of matches for India. Whether you compare them with Dinesh Karthik, Sanju Samson, Ishan Kishan, you can still compare because he's played a few matches in the recent past, and in fact currently also he is playing. But then I just tried to get some numbers out, comparing Rishabh Pant's numbers with the other cricketers.
So show us the numbers, please, on screen, and so our lovely. Yeah, they can also see. So what does the numbers tell you? Pant versus other wicket keepers since January 1st in 2019. So this is T20.
Yeah. So see, Rishabh Pant is a high profile cricketer. He plays for a high profile team, that is Team India.
Yes.
So who are the competitors? Pakistan, a decent team in T20 cricket.
Yeah.
Mohammad Rizwan
better than us.
Mohammad Rizwan is their wicket keeper. Nicholas Pooran is West Indies, two-time T20 champions. Quinton de Kock, South Africa. Joss Butler, England. Matthew Wade as of now for Australia. Then Rishabh Pant. I had to pick Kushal Mendes also, just to show that
We are better than someone. Our wicket keeper is better than someone.
No, not that. Not that.
No, he is better than Wade also in terms of numbers.
In terms of sheer numbers, yes.
Yeah, I mean in
Strike rate aside.
he's.
But you also have to see Matthew Wade. What we see is 37 matches, but how many matches did he get in the last 4 years consistently?
I think let's just forget runs and matches. Let's look at average and strike rate. Two most important thing. Okay, so Mohammad Rizwan and Rishabh Pant, no comparison. Average and strike rate. Strike rate is almost the same. Average is a huge difference.
And that's the thing with Rizwan. Look at the number of runs he scored at what average.
Average.
You take that 120 strike rate every single
Yeah,
day.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
I
that's
will
what I was about to say.
And
Agreed.
58 runs per game. Yeah, I'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
No, agreed. So no comparison. Rizwan and Pant. Now let's compare Pooran and thing. I think Rishabh matches up. Slightly better strike rate, slightly below on average. I think Pooran and Pant not much to choose from. He's got more runs, but because also played more matches. So
And Pooran also has that unfortunate knack of scoring big runs and losing.
And
runs.
losing.
yes,
So
that is true. So Pooran and Pant not much.
The
to
problem
choose
with our wicketkeeper is neither scoring. So forget about whether he's winning matches for India or losing matches for India, but he's not getting those runs.
yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
So Quinton again, no comparison. Quinton way ahead. Look at that average and the strike rate.
strike rate. It's very, very balanced.
Crazy numbers. So Quinton Rizwan,
And of course,
different level.
Joss the boss.
Joss Butler, though I don't even want to look at the numbers. I already know, but see those, man.
Look at that. 58
average.
and strike rate 147. That eesh.
Yeah. So basically, there is one universe of Rizwan, de Kock and Butler, the top three wicketkeeper batsmen in T20.
T20
cricket.
yes.
Then the next bunch is Pooran, Wade and Pant.
Yeah. And the thing
Fair.
with Pant is that
And Kushal Mendes
And Kushal
in a league of his own.
Yeah. Next.
not
One notch below that. So,
But he's not.
so there are top three and next three. And Kushal Mendes. And Kushal Mendes.
That's it.
So basically, you're saying that Pant, you can still compare him with Nicholas Pooran and Matthew Wade.
Yes.
And Matthew
At least
Wade has started.
statistically,
Yes.
yes.
And you'll get to know. I think, and these are numbers since January 2019. So now what happens is a lot of these cricketers, they started to be very. See, Joss Butler 4-5 years ago, Joss Butler was not the same Joss Butler.
True. Yes. True.
Right?
Yes.
Mohammad Rizwan was also not the same Mohammad Rizwan. Then Nicholas Pooran also. Nicholas Pooran was also not. So now comes January 1, 2020. Right? So even Matthew Wade also. Matthew Wade also improved. In fact, Matthew Wade and Joss Butler. Joss Butler, by the way, didn't play a single game Single T20 game in 2019. Or rather 2020 if I'm not wrong. In 2020 he didn't play a single T20 game, and so far in in 2022 he has not played a single T20 game. So this is since January 2020. Now
look at the jump in Rizwan's numbers.
exactly,
God.
that's
Now
what
you-
I'm
now you
saying.
switch to
The
20.
players have improved,
Yeah.
and so did Rishabh Pant also. His numbers
How
will
many played? You have another one after this?
No.
No.
This is the okay. I thought 2021 again.
Yeah, I got a little tied up with some other work.
Okay. So okay. Now again, Rizwan. Oof, man. Those average.
67. That is madness considering he's an opener. That
Yeah,
never
and he's improved on his
strike rate also,
strike
touching
rate also.
130. I mean, wow.
Even Decock numbers,
So-
average may be low, but that strike rate of 1.
Everybody has improved. Everybody, but
But Kushal Mendis, his strike rate somehow
No,
went
so
down.
can I be
Kushal
honest?
Mendis.
Even if you look at it now, this actually gives you the thing. It's see again the numbers of Puran, Wade, Pant almost the same. The only one
Wade's-
area where Wade
Yeah,
increases strike rate.
Because
Yeah.
that was
Strike
the role
rate.
he was tasked with. He was
Yeah.
told to just go and hit.
Strike rate. But I'm just saying, roughly, I can put them in the same bracket,
Still.
just as Rizwan, Decock, and Butler are in the same bracket.
And
top list.
Yeah.
and also big scores. You know, you can always say Mohammad Rizwan, Quinton de Kock, Joss Butler, they bat higher up the order. Rishabh Pant bats. So Mohammad Rizwan 13 50s and 100. Quinton de Kock 7 50s. Joss Butler 5 50s and 100. See, Joss Butler 22 games. So 2019 he didn't play anything. 2022 also he didn't play. So all these matches that he has played, he's played in 2020 and 2021,
One.
just two years.
Right.
So Nicholas Puran. So Rishabh Pant, considering the kind of talent he has and considering that he is leading India, you know, none of these players, except for Nicholas Puran now.
And de Kock at one point for South
De Kock,
Africa.
yes, De Kock did captain.
Before you asked him to take the knee, and he said, "Okay, bye bye."
Bye bye.
So what I am saying is Rishabh Pant's progression or his progression chart does not indicate the kind of talent or potential
He has.
he
Yeah.
has or everybody talks about, because the numbers are not too flattering. In fact, if you see 2022 also, this year, so far whatever matches these players have played, Rishabh Pant might just figure at the same spot with same same kind of average
Yeah.
and almost same
Okay, so
strike rate would be
what your two plates have shown, both that we have looked at now,
That he's
A
consistent.
and B. No, all of them are very consistent. So your top three are very consistent. There's one universe of the top guys, that's Rizwan, and there is Butler
And de Kock.
and Quinton de Kock. Top three wicket-keeper batsmen in T20I cricket by a
For sure,
distance.
yeah.
Okay. Then comes the second round, which includes a Matthew Wade, which includes a Nicholas Puran, which includes a Rishabh Pant. They are in the second thing. But you're right that Rishabh Pant, because he's facing a lot of contenders at home only for that spot, and there are many there. I think the heat is on him, and if he's such a big game changer in other format, especially Test cricket,
Yeah.
he has to live up to that reputation here. We're discussing one interesting point, and somebody pointed out that he needed to evolve. Shane was also saying that you think more and more bowlers have now figured out that his scoring area is that leg side, and he gets you a lot of runs. So they started bowling short
wide.
to him outside off.
Right.
So maybe he needs to get a uppercut and a few other things. Spinners he plays very well, uses the feet, dances down, and fast bowlers this side, but fast bowlers outside off. Maybe again, look at Dinesh Karthik. I don't know. Maybe I know he's continuing to play. We've said this because he doesn't want to lose his spot and wants to play. But maybe it may not be a bad idea. Take a break, work on those areas, and come back a more evolved player. He already has a lot of shots, but there's no, there's always scope for improvement. True. You can always get better. Like DK has shown, he was never a finisher. Remember, he was out of the team. Said, okay, what is it that teams are looking at right now? The Indian team needs a finisher. So he said, okay, I'll work on that skill.
And Dinesh Karthik has a pretty good technique.
Yeah,
He
he's
has-
a top
but
order batter,
still-
open in Test cricket.
Exactly, but still, he is playing as a finisher, and he has his shots. The range of
Yes.
shots that he has, not a lot of players actually, they don't have those kind of shots.
Just stop somewhere.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
So that's actually interesting. Dinesh Karthik, as of now, if Rishabh Pant is actually in danger
Yeah.
of losing his spot, maybe at this point Dinesh
ऊपर जाना
Karthik
है,
could
sure.
be the possible threat for him.
Yeah, that is true. Is David Miller South Africa's best since Graham Pollock and Lance Cruiser? Oh, Graham Pollock you've gone to. Graham Pollock, you've forgotten Barry Richards. Yeah.
Yesterday Barry Richards.
Okay, we were having a little
What
trip
a
down
guy.
there.
And yesterday we discussed so many names.
South Africa.
David Miller will struggle to.
No, he won't. He won't even find a place in 20 squad. Of
Yes, yes.
Squad of 20 also he won't. Not all-time great, no. But by the way, I think the what is worth discussing about David Miller is he currently one of the best T20 batsmen in the world? I think he is. In the world right now, T20.
Joss Butler.
No, one of them. Joss is the best. I'm saying, is he now
Is
in,
KL Rahul one of the best?
in T20? May not be. May not be. Not in T20.
Are you trying to say none of the Indian
Let's, if you
players?
were to make a World 11 right now of T20, you may look at a David Miller, but will you look at a KL Rahul? Don't think so.
See, and
World
also
11 right now on form.
and also it depends because KL Rahul will have
Rizwan-
competition.
Rizwan Butler Open.
No, I'm saying see options. KL Rahul, if he has to play in that 11 World T20 11 right now. So he'll have competition from as you said, Mohammad Rizwan, Butler, David Warner, Quinton de Kock, and am I forgetting a few more names? Jason Roy. also.
Jason Roy is an opener, pure opener bat.
Johnny Bairstow,
Johnny Bairstow.
even though in for England he may bat lower down the order, but
And like Ronak is saying, you didn't consider Besto as wicket-keeper also.
no, because in T20 Joss Butler
Normally in white ball
is there.
cricket, Joss is their keeper. Yeah. Even in 2019, he was keeping wickets always.
So yeah, I mean,
so none of the Indians will feature in that 11.
Not on form currently.
Jasprit Bumrah might.
Yeah. We're talking as bowlers, sure. Yes.
Yuzi Chahal
Yuzi Chahal could
could be
feature.
a contender.
Contender, I to will pick him in my 11.
Who will
Yeah.
become for?
I'll pick him in my test 11 also. Even though he doesn't play test.
Then it's a little surprising to have not seen him actually get there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is one thing that he still.
Maybe he's been out injured, but if he continues, if Hardik was playing continuously, could be one contender. You never know.
Yuzi.
Hardik.
Acha, Hardik, okay.
I'm just saying because he is injured, so we haven't. But right now in the form, if he continues
Yes,
this
yes,
form,
yes, yes.
then he could come in.
And I think Hardik is one player, at least what we've seen is that you can bat him anywhere.
Oh yeah.
You can use him as a finisher, you can use him as an accumulator in the middle overs, in the middle order. You can use him anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Piyush.
Good one.
He's like talking like one Chacha ji.
Ah.
घर के चाचा जी होते हैं.
Maybe he's
Go
he
down.
wants to take Hardik Pandya as an example.
Ah, that's true.
Virat Kohli also has admitted so many times in the past that
Yes,
after marriage
he's changed.
he's changed.
Dex
He's
is
matured.
saying that I was talking about left-handed batsmen. That's why I was only talking about Graham Smith.
He didn't mention
No.
Graham Smith. He mentioned Klusner and,
And
Graham
Graham
Pollock.
Pollock. Yeah, sorry.
Then, I'm sorry, Graham Smith. How
Yeah, you
elegant,
forgot
classy
Smith.
batsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
So, no, I can't compare him. They're that
They're
level.
next level.
No.
He doesn't get out of Graham Smith, who we mentioned only by
Yeah,
mistake.
I
So
agree.
no.
And Zulu, yeah, what a player he was.
Also, Sankalp Sahu has something interesting. He's saying don't celebrate his record of being better than Kushal Mendes. He's not Sri Lanka's permanent
I know.
keeper.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know
Dick
that.
Vella.
We're not
Yes,
celebrating. We're not celebrating. We just gave you the numbers.
Having
That is
a
why I
laugh.
picked Kushal Mendes. No? Otherwise, the other players could have.
Bhanuka actually, yes. We saw him. IPL, he did
So,
pretty decent
so
job.
and you know, if you see teams like West Indies, Sri Lanka, England for that matter, you know, they have so many options who can keep wickets and are playing in the 11.
Yeah.
I mean, recently we're talking about Puran, we're talking about him as a keeper.
Yeah.
He could be going as an all-rounder now if he's bowling his off spin,
It's
and
like
they had
that-
Shea Hope.
Yes,
It's
Shea Hope.
like that
wicket.
SRH team.
In ODI, Shea Hope is their
Has
keeper.
kept wickets,
Is
yeah.
their keeper.
No, it's like that SRH team which had so many keepers. They
Yeah.
had Ridhiman Saha, they had
Naman Oja at one point.
Naman
No,
Oja,
okay.
they had Nicholas Puran, I think, did they have?
No, Puran came in
Puran.
later.
Then, sorry, Besto.
Johnny
They had
Bairstow,
Besto, and then they had this Kedar Jadhav, I think, who could keep, he had kept
Occasionally, I think,
occasionally,
for
yes.
that.
So this was one team which had.
I mean,
many
even the
wickets. I'm
current
forgetting
the
that.
current playing 11 which India have played has three. Srivats Goswami, yes, is another one.
thing. There was a SRH team which had many wicket keepers.
Even this the current Indian team has three proper wicket keepers in that.
Or was it
11.
the Chennai team when Kedar was there and there was Robin Uthappa and there was was that there was one IPL team I forget with too many wicket keepers.
2019 Indian World Cup team.
Yeah.
Dhoni, Pant, DK,
Yeah.
all playing in the same 11.
Yeah.
2019 Indian team.
KL wasn't there, no?
Okay.
हाँ
He was in the squad, I think, no? Or he wasn't?
हाँ बाद में
अच्छा, when Shikhar got injured,
right,
yes, yes.
correct,
when-
he was there, I remember.
Yeah, so him also. Four.
4 wicket keepers.
And for चारों ने फाइनल खेला.
You mean
Hmm.
That's true. Anil Bishnoy wants to know who's India's all-time greatest T20 player.
it's a very tough one. What do you pick? All time.
Suresh Raina could be.
Raina was
Virat could
No,
be
but
one.
T20 internationals or T20 for India?
They're the same thing, no? Or you mean T20s or T20Is?
You know,
No,
Virat
I mean,
could be one.
T20
Rohit could be
IPL
one.
or T20 for India?
Yuvraj could be one. If he's saying India, so
Dhoni too. I mean, could come there somewhere.
if he's
could
saying
be
for
there.
India, then I think he's
could be
saying about.
I think he means
cricket.
international cricket.
India.
Jasprit Bumrah.
Just see.
Yeah, but early.
Early days still, so, yeah.
But he's
Tough, yeah.
I think Kedar Jadhav kept wickets for RCB in 2017. There we
2017,
go.
yes. That's why I said he had kept some briefly kept wicket.
Even
Kedar
that-
Jadhav could do everything: batting,
Bowling.
off-spin, wicket keeping. That's true.
KL should bat. Varun Parvat Nani is saying KL should bat in the middle order and Pant should either open or given.
I have
Over
been
finisher.
saying Pant should open.
The only time I remember opening in his career was in junior cricket, and that time his partner was Ishant Kishan. So, in the under 19 2016 World Cup, that was the. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people talk about Ishan Kishan today, and obviously I think that 67 places you jump up in the rankings,
Yeah.
very noteworthy. But
He's coming top 10 now.
yeah, top his number
Ishan
7.
Kishan.
Ishan Kishan, but Ishan Kishan his major problem has been how can he handle good pace bowling, and
Even the
spin.
spinners.
Yeah, even
Ah,
spin.
Even
from
spinner.
that.
That he has himself admitted in the past. I remember he came for a press conference where he was asked something like this, and his response was that Rohit Bhaiya has also told me that I need to improve my game in the middle overs against the spinners, and I'm working on that.
Ricky Ponting has a comment.
Pant did well in Sri Lanka, but right from DK's first innings, we started campaign against Rishabh due to pathetic RCB fan base. Was it fair on Pant?
No, I don't think that was the case. I think honestly, none of us sitting here are RCB
No.
fans.
Yeah.
We just
No,
like the way DK was.
No,
playing.
he may be saying that all this started on social media, maybe blaming, which could be true.
True.
But again, we were I think, very objective in our opinion, and we didn't overly criticize Rishabh. And there's a reason for it. And even though a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, why are you sucking up to a Rishabh
Paid
Pant
journalists.
and paid journalists and all that?"
I
We
get
maintain
paid.
our stand. But today we are also saying that there is now a cause for concern for Rishabh. We're still saying I think he's your number one wicket-keeper batsman as things stand right now, but he may not be if he continues in this vein. of
This
form.
vein, yeah, because they've given him a very long rope.
And now there are options coming up, so he would have to improve. No
And
option.
also, who is saying that Dinesh Karthik will replace him? Dinesh Karthik will also have to bat well, will have to do better, will have to play with consistency to replace Rishabh Pant.
Yeah.
So Rishabh Pant, as of now, he is already there.
Yep.
He is there. Somebody will have to play exceptional cricket in next few months, and that too consistently to replace Rishabh Pant.
Yeah.
So it has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with the RCB fan base. If DK wouldn't have performed, I don't see any reason that DK would have been there in that squad.
Not a chance.
He is there not because of RCB fan base. He is there because he played well. He played with a lot of consistency. He played some match-winning knocks. As simple as that. Otherwise, there were other players also who played well, but didn't make it to the Indian squad.
True.
Any more questions?
Oh, there's several, I think.
In my Jairaj has announced that in his opinion Virat is the best T20 player in the world till now.
Well, actually, yeah, Virat in T20 was outstanding. Just that he's at a dip in form now. But overall, his numbers are frightening.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
shout.
True.
Take Vivek's question, Rahul sir, he's asked you.
Don't you think, considering the talent and range of shots that KL has, he's holding himself
back.
So, okay, strike rate he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he takes too much of responsibility. And he wants to bat right till the end. That is, for IPL, it seems that is what his modus operandi usually is. That he doesn't trust too many players. That could be one of the reason. There could be a trust deficit in terms of their batting.
Well, he's not wrong. Their middle order was doing nothing.
No, but that's not the problem. Is not just with the Lucknow Super Giants. That's how he's been playing.
Punjab
Kings
Kings
also the
days.
same thing only.
And their middle order was really bad.
But then also you need to, and those are not bad players. They're all international level players. So maybe they've not been given confidence.
Are the right roles, if you ask me. When it came to Lucknow, the problem was they were shuffling that middle order consistently.
The problem could be in leadership. The problem could, and when I say leadership, I'm not talking just about the captain. It could be
But they
the
were
team.
different team managements in different franchises. How did he play the same way both times?
As in, sorry.
I'm
How did he
saying
end up-
if management was the issue, both teams had different management.
So that's what I'm saying. So the issue could be within KL Rahul.
You don't forget, the one
Not
consistent
outside.
or the one common thing is that he was captain of both those teams. Maybe that's why that extra responsibility.
Yeah, and firstly, though, we don't even know where he is. He is, of course, in Bangalore. He's
Rehabbing.
injured. Got that groin injury.
Rehabbing, is that a word?
Rehabbing.
Rehabilitate.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not in tune with the latest lingo.
So
These kids nowadays have.
yeah, but now
I remember a few years, not but sick. I didn't even know sick means too good. And for me, sick was
sick.
Like literally
Sick.
sick.
Sick was sick.
now it's sick. Oh, he's too sick, man. Which means that
No, it's like in recent years, the fire emoji has become a way of denoting a good performance.
yeah.
Like, his performance was fire.
Oh, he's on fire. That's
Flames.
And I don't know. I think Saturday, KL Rahul will undergo a fitness test this Saturday.
Okay.
He'll undergo a fitness test because of course your team
When is it leaving?
So for England, the team will leave in 2 batches.
I'd heard 15th, was it? Okay.
And firstly, the team has to be announced, no?
Yes.
Firstly, the team will be announced, then only they'll leave.
Yes.
There was a super chat and you didn't take it, Shivam, so I've got a message.
Huh? Oh.
Go down. You missed some super
So, because
Roko gayi.
chat. Mr. Chandresh has sent me a message. You have missed my super chat.
no, he never sent.
No, he sent.
So,
Just send us a message like this only. We may have missed your super chat.
firstly, because there was a thought.
There, see? No. For this much money, you're not going to get
Put
a
one more
shout out.
zero in front of
Yes.
the thing and then we might consider it.
Yes.
Yeah, rich man.
Rich man, for that much you want a shout out. Advertise, then advertise properly, na?
Yeah.
So Hindi, but for Hindi channels, you can go to Hindi.
Yeah, but give. We will say everything he wants. You
Yeah,
can even
He
write a
doesn't-
line.
I don't know
Repeat
when
the-
was the last time you appeared on your own channel, and you're just asking for subscription.
I think we'll do it also. Just put 2 zeros there. We're good.
Yeah, he's a,
There.
Oh, not the super chat.
no. This is some
Not
D.
him.
That's a different one.
It's not C.
It's not C.
D.
Wade plays at 7, whereas Pant at 4 or 5. So Pant should have scored more.
Yeah, I was going to mention that Wade, his strike rate, why it went up is because he was being played down the order and said, you go and hit. So his average would not be that important. Strike rate is a better metric.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's
point.
also a factor. So the Indian team also, because of course this
Yeah, we were
series
saying that they'll be leaving in batches.
in 2 batches. So there was a thought, in fact, an idea that was floated around that why not send KL Rahul to England, and whatever he has to do,
Let him adjust there.
as far as recovery is concerned,
Let him do that.
let him do
The
that.
weather is also nicer and you can recover faster there.
Huh.
It's hot now here.
So you'll
Nice and cold.
In England,
no,
they
in
start,
cold it could be.
Cold condition.
and in England, they crib for 30-degree heat here. I would happily take 30 degrees heat.
But
over here.
but then I think somebody has put his foot down and said no. First he will recover, then only he'll go.
Good on that
Interesting
somebody.
call.
See,
Chandresh, give Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh a shout out.
guys, please subscribe to Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh.
Dear friend Chandresh Narayanan, huh? So,
He's
I
having a good
thought,
laugh.
he would have sent some insights on.
Is he the same guy who asked for the internet?
Huh?
You won't know. He knows the joke.
Okay.
With all the years of touring together, West Indies.
He's looking so young in this photo, huh?
Yeah. Doesn't change his picture. He's still got that young picture.
Must be
no one changes their Google icon.
must be 20 years ago.
He has also sent me a reminder that now you cannot say I sent less because he sent this and he sent 2 more of very small amount. So now put together, it's a big
It's a
amount.
big amount.
True.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why Chandresh, we have taken Cricket Chronicles with Chandresh ka naam.
Triple C.
Catch him,
Go and subscribe.
go
Yeah,
and subscribe
go
and
ahead.
watch him. Watch him there.
Yeah, so
Any question? Couple of questions we can take before we wrap up. Bottom, yeah. Arey, Virat Kohli is here and you missed his super chat. Yeah, Rahul Rawat.
Virat Kohli missed super chat, but
You
he's
missed
saying
his. He must have
no,
sent.
his super chat. or
Yes, his.
Maybe he's saying you missed Chandresh super chat.
No.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I didn't see any
Yeah,
super chat.
Virat doesn't have to send super chat.
No, that's
He
what I'm
can.
saying.
I mean,
He doesn't have to.
Arey,
He's
Chandresh
taking-
has a huge fan
I think
following.
He's talking about that only. super
Yes,
chat.
he saw
Okay.
Chandresh super chat.
Okay, go down.
Chandresh has a huge fan following. Even Virat Kohli.
But Virat, we're happy that he's joined us. He's come back from
Sankalp Sahu is an interesting one.
Maldives. That means that's why he's getting
where is he?
Mumbai. Must be.
You were telling me some story, no? Something happened in Mumbai yesterday.
I was saying no. Somebody else.
So Nitin,
Nitin.
when he was asked to write something, no? He went to a hospital.
He was spotted there and he was asked. There was a rumor, I don't know whether it's true or not. Somebody spotted him at a hospital. But maybe a regular checkup or something. I don't know.
Maybe a booster dose.
Booster, yes. You have to take before now.
No, but booster dose you can. Virat Kohli to can get it at his place also.
Yeah.
Booster dose.
Now anyone can get it.
Huh? Can you get me one?
Yeah. No, I mean, I can get you here.
Here?
Here it can be done.
Can somebody visit me at my place and? Huh?
Here it can be done. Can be done.
So then why would Virat go to a hospital?
I don't know. Whether has he gone also, I don't know. It could be a rumor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ponting
Right.
is saying Mohammad Rizwan plays selfish innings, maintaining 60 averages, 127 strike rate. Pathetic for an opener. And KL Rahul with a strike rate, and you with what kind of
With similar strike rate, I think he means.
and you sideline.
No, no.
Sideline him.
First off, no.
You guys sideline him. We have supported him actually.
And secondly, I mean,
It's people like Ponting who have sidelined him. Every day we see comments, people abusing him. We're the only ones who have supported him, by the way.
and that's the thing. I mean, and the other key difference here is that Rizwan batting at 127. If you're getting me 60 runs every game, I'm taking that every single day of the week.
Yeah.
60 runs per game. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
Meet Soni Singh, why is Rishabh Pant insecure? About his place. He doesn't
shouldn't take a break.
Why he plays regular cricket?
in the Indian team. That's a lot of questions at one go.
So, I think he's fit, despite whatever people may say about his physical appearance. As in,
मैं और Rahul.
I think he's absolutely fit. He's young. He's just a
Okay,
24-year-old guy. So maybe and you would rarely hear that Rishabh Pant is injured unless it's a freak accident or something. You don't get to hear that he's pulled his hamstring or something has
Side
happened.
strain.
Exactly, side strain. So he's an extremely fit guy. So that is one of the reasons why he doesn't take breaks. And then I don't know whether insecure is the right word or not, but why should anybody give his place to anybody?
Yeah.
He's playing for himself. Everybody wants to play for India. Rishabh Pant also wants to play for India with the same passion that anybody, whether it is Dinesh Karthik, Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, or anybody. So I don't see.
Shall we wind up? To be going. Thank you for your company. Tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow neither comes nor it dies. That was a Bond movie. Tomorrow never dies. Kya tomorrow?
Tomorrow never dies. Yeah.
Tomorrow never dies. That was Pierce Brosnan, na? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, bye bye. Subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Bye bye. Take care.
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.